And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Hello, my internet fans. Welcome to another episode of Stat Boy Sports Bar featuring Dori Lou here on the Casa D-18 Studios and the Jeff Meacham Multiverse of Media. As you can see, I'm by myself right now. Gosh, I wonder, looks like I need there's everybody. You just asked for them and there they go. Everyone is here and ready to go, just like DX last night on Monday Night Raw. But we'll get to a little bit of wrestling in just a little bit. We've got lots of things to talk about. We've got some time to talk about it. Of course, leave your comments in the chat, and we'll take a look at them and all that good stuff. How's everybody doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Goes off in the parking lot.
What's going on in the parking lot?
Somebody's car alarm went off.
Oh, that's always fun.
Well, that was going on last night back here.
Exactly. So, Big Baller, how you doing? You good?
Doing pretty good, Watched a little bit of football this past weekend. Watched Raw 30th last night. Ready for the Royal Rumble this weekend, so pretty good week.
DJ Brock, what's going on down in the Big Easy?
It's about to look like a tsunami outside, but
Been there, done that. That's what happens here in Tennessee, and it's called rain. Luckily, that's not happening out in California, from what I hear. And of course, Dori Lou, what's new?
Oh, just it's beautiful out here in Tennessee, East Tennessee. It's a little chilly. We got rain coming in the forecast in the next couple of days, but hey, we work inside right now, so it's all good, right?
I love it. All right, friends, we're going to start off with the national pastime. We have a baseball story. As we've been coming up, as I've been saying, baseball season is just around the corner. Of course, I'm still considering fantasy baseball and all that. Hey, there we go. Jeff is saying to read off the graphics. On today's show, the NHL Power Rankings, the NFL Divisional Playoff Recap, the Pick'em Update, and Shameless Shills. Those are our shout-outs, of course, and our shout-outs, and Dori Lou's weekly delight of positivity. So as we were starting off with baseball, as everybody knows, my team is the LA Angels, but they will never be the LA Angels to me. They are the Anaheim Angels no matter what, unless that stadium can magically it's okay, Jeff, you're fine. Unless that stadium out on Gene Autry Way can magically move itself to Los Angeles, it's not Los Angeles. Hello, Pop. Thank you for coming into the sports bar. Pop is doing great down there in Florida. Hoping that the Lightning will do well, but we'll get to hockey in just a second. So, Artie Moreno, the owner of the Angels, has decided not to sell the team, saying that there's just unfinished business, which is true. And if that unfinished business is possibly getting another World Series title, absolutely. On Monday, and we stated this 5 months ago, as a statement read, as discussions advanced and began to crystallize, we, being the Moreno family, realized our hearts remain with the Angels, and we are not ready to part ways with the fans, players, and our employees. Now, Artie Moreno purchased the team in 2003 for the low price of $183.5 million. The Angels,
low price.
Yeah. For a baseball team, that's pretty low. It's not like you can drop $20 and say you own a team. But, of course, they won the World Series in 2002, and then the Disney companies sold to Moreno. And the team, the value went up and up and up, and we got to get rid of that real quick. Thank you. The value went up and up and up and up, and over 20 years, Forbes, which is the leading business when it comes to who has money, said that the Angels' value was at $2.2 billion with a B as of March of 2022. The sale was going to go somewhere in the $2.5 billion range. So if you do the math, the Moreno family would be 20 times richer than normal. But a source is saying that as the process continued to play out, he thought, I can't do it. This is my team. This is my franchise. I've had it for 20 years. I can't get rid of it. Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred said, despite strong buyer interest in the Angels, Artie Moreno's love of the game is most important to him. I am very pleased that the Moreno family has decided to continue owning the team. Also involved, not only would it have been the team, but he was also trying to buy Angel Stadium, which is the fourth oldest stadium in history as it was opened in 1966. And of course, there's also would have been a TV rights deal that would have put the sale at $3 billion. Will this affect the team? Perhaps. Will play be better? Maybe. Of course, we always also want to know what's going to happen with Shohei Ohtani as now he's entering free agency. And good old Mike Trout, what's up with him? This is a lot of money, folks. I mean, billions and billions of dollars for something that you've only spent less than $250 million of. This could have been a money changer. Anyone want to speculate?
I mean, not real. I'm not a big baseball fan, but I mean, how? I'm trying to think of the question I'm trying to ask. Like, how were the Angels' records in the past few years? If that makes
Not
any
very
sense.
good, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, I believe that there was maybe the inkling of one playoff appearance. I think when Albert Pujols was still with the team.
Okay.
Other than that, the playoffs in Los Angeles only go towards the Dodgers, not the Angels.
Right. Okay.
Dodger blue.
Yep. Of course, the fans they're out for blood. They want Artie Moreno's head on a stick for some reason.
Oh, jeez.
And that can go with any team owner and the fans. You know, whenever something goes wrong,
it's always the owner's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
The coaches and the owners.
Yep.
Good one. The
Angels
Angels about as scratch as the final one. That's a good one there. I love that one.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean the fans don't blame the players. They bypass the players altogether. It goes to the skipper, the manager, the coach. It goes to the front office, and eventually it goes all the way up to the owner.
You know, the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, sorry.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
Flag on
I mean,
the
if I was Mikey, if I was more into baseball, I mean, I understand, like, you know, people trying to sell the team and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not a big baseball fan. So like all these names, I mean, I did read the article that you sent earlier.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's like, I mean, if they sell, they sell. If they don't sell, oh well.
Exactly. We'll see what happens. I mean, like I say, baseball season is still. Go ahead, Zach.
How much does that one player on your team affect the owners like not wanting to sell?
It probably depends on the player. I mean, but we've always said that one player is not the team, but he's that star guy. You know, he's that guy that they put his picture on the stadium. Was that right?
Puts butts in the seats.
Exactly.
He's that attraction.
Fans since before 2002 have never been big on Artie, but it's not just him or the skippers or anything else. It's a collective cluster F that continues to hinder the Halos. There you go.
There you go.
That's what does it. All right. So we'll see where it goes. Again, baseball season is or spring training is about a month away or so. And probably by midseason, again, they'll want his head on a stick. Let's switch over to hockey, the frozen tundra, the NHL power rankings. And we can have the graphic up. There we go. Boston, the Bruins, for the 9th or almost 10th week, they are still on top. They have 78 points, number 1 in their division. The Maple Leafs and the Hurricanes are tied at 66. The Maple Leafs have an 8-goal lead over the Hurricanes, 163 to 151. The Dallas Stars and the New Jersey Devils are tied at 64 points. Again, another 8-goal lead, 169 to 161. The Jets are at 63 points. The Knights, the Golden Knights, are at 60. And then we have a 3-way tie between the Kraken, the Lightning, and the Rangers. They all have 59 points. Again, the Kraken at one point, they were number 1 in the Pacific Division. This team has really turned things around to be number 1 in the Pacific Division from a team that was the laughingstock of the NHL last year. Huge turnaround for the Kraken. 59 points for each team. The Kraken are at 166 goals. The Lightning are at 163 goals. And the Rangers are at 151 goals. The Kings are at 58 points. The Oilers are right behind them at 57 points. The Capitals are right behind them at 56 points. The Flames are right behind them at 55 points. The Penguins and the Wild each have 54 points. The Penguins have a 5-goal lead over the Wild.
Boo. Go Wild.
The Avalanche are at 53 points. The Sabres and the Panthers are tied at 51. The Sabres have a 10-goal lead over the Panthers. And the Islanders are in that tied group as well. They have 143 goals. Nashville is at 50 points. The Blues are at 49. The Flyers are at 47. The Red Wings are at 46. The Senators and the Canadiens are tied at 43. 133 to 125 is the goals for that. The Canucks are at 39. The Sharks are at 37. The Coyotes are at 35. The Blackhawks are at 32. And guess who's at the bottom of the barrel again? They were starting to climb out, but then who knows what happened. The Blue Jackets and the Ducks are tied at 31 points, and the Avalanche have a 9-goal lead, 122 to 113. As it comes to our fantasy hockey league, Zach and I are in agreement. We need the Bash Brothers to take out all the players on Emmanuel's team because I just don't know what is going on. I even said this in the green room with Zach. I went over every possible point that I could find in Emmanuel's group looking for a mistake, anything. And this is one of the rare times where my arithmetic is right. The guy,
Scary.
It is. Wow, you made me stop on a compliment. That's a good one. His top player, who is the top player in our fantasy league, Jason Robertson of the Stars, is approaching 130, if not 135 fantasy points. His goalie, Jake Ottinger, is well over the 200-point range. Zach, you got some voodoo people down there that you can put a curse on this guy? I mean, come on.
Man. I mean, I'm down by what? 120 points? Something like that.
It's 120 to 140. Dori reached third place, by the way. She bumped up there a couple spots, too. There you go. The rivalry, honestly, was JJ and Dori when they were both at the bottom, and now they're both in the middle, and they're both trying to fight their way to the top. But we just can't stop this guy. What has he done that is making his team so great? No words.
Something just needs to happen to his top player. You know, I don't wish ill on anybody, but give the rest of us a chance here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Indeed. All right. We'll quickly switch into wrestling. WWE. Last night, Raw is XXX.
Woo!
If you did not watch the 6-hour watch-alongs, go back and watch them. They were excellent.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
If you did not see James mark out, and this one down here, oh my God, I was very proud of Dori Lou because I feel that I have turned her into a wrestling super fan at this point because she said that she wants to play WWE 2K23.
What?
She's not a video game girl.
What?
No, I'm not.
No, she does. We recently played Mario Kart as a family downstairs one time, and she's driving around there and all that, but we're having fun doing it. And then out of the blue, after I get home from work, and she gave me a great report on from memory. She did this all while watching a movie on Netflix and having dinner. She's rattling off everything that happened, and I'm like, who are you? You're not the Dori Lou I know.
I blame it on you, and you know what? I might as well blame it on Jeff and JJ and Noah.
The worst marketing ploy? Really?
Yeah, the talent's not even listed on the covers.
Interesting. Interesting indeed.
That's
And of
why
course-
I said maybe we'll start with an earlier version first, since we'll have to upgrade our get newer systems
Our
apparently
gaming
to
system,
play.
yes. And of course, we are pushing and looking. It's a Cena. Oh God!
Yeah, John Cena's
That's
on
right.
the cover.
That's right.
Cena has a bigger ball spot than I do.
Dave down there.
And of course, we are pushing forward towards Saturday. Saturday is Rumble Saturday, and I'm asking all of us if you have those that watched the watch along on yesterday, wait till you see this one coming up, because we're all going to be here. We're gonna have Noah, of course, and James on commentary, and then along me with the Rumble stuff. And I'm a little disappointed in
Noah and JJ on commentary. JJ's our Rumble our WWE person. James will be coming in for the Rumble matches, and you're about to announce what you're going to do.
And I will be there along to do the stats, like what number appearance, how long they've been in, stuff like that. I just wish WWE would give me a little more information because there's only been 15 men announced and only 7 females. And I'm like, I even messaged this with Jeff. I'm like, I need some more info. I don't want to be, stuttering and like, okay, there's Randy Orton. Oh my God, what's Randy doing and all this stuff. And all this good stuff, but it's
the reason why they only have 7 women on the thing is because they don't have a full roster of women.
There's not enough women to compete for 30.
There's not enough women. I think Noah said you have like 8 on SmackDown and like 7 on Raw or something.
Something like that.
So we'll see what happens on Saturday. It's going to be a great show. Please make sure you're watching along with us and watch on the Rumble. I don't want to take too much away from what's going to happen, but Baller, you want to give a quick Rumble prediction?
I'm going to do my predictions here on Thursday.
Okay.
Or next Thursday. Is it Thursday or next Thursday? Whenever it is.
It would be this Thursday because next Thursday the Rumble will be over.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Duh, Jeffrey. I'm gonna go with Cody to win the men's Rumble, the obvious choice. And the women, I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley.
Zach.
For the women, I agree with Big Baller G. I'm going with Rhea Ripley. For the men's, I'm going with Sami Zayn.
Dori Lou.
I'm right there with Zach with the way they've been promoting, with Sammy being not guilty with stipulations. He's going to make a big impact, and I would not be surprised if he takes it at the Royal Rumble. Same thing with the women, though. I love Bianca.
Well, she's got the title match. She's got a
title match, so she's not the Rumble. But yeah, I think it's Rhea's turn.
Dori and I had a great conversation while we were grocery shopping. That she put a good push on Sami Zayn. But I don't see where Sammy can go with this other than, having Roman slap him around at the chamber for a little bit, Let's look at this. And we can also compare this with Lashley and Theory from last night.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Sammy, let's say Sammy wins the Rumble, okay? And then he gets the title shot, and maybe Kevin will get in his ear. This is almost like fantasy booking. And he'll say, take down the tribal chief. There you go with that. In a real world, Roman would eat Sammy alive, spit him out, and still have leftovers.
Yeah.
I think. He'll get lucky maybe if he hits a Luva kick. But other than that, it's going to be a massacre, I think. So then Sammy's out. The next big name, of course, is Cody with the Great Return. Can they put together a story between Roman and Cody? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And then you've got Sammy on the side, have him get back in Kevin's ear or whatever. Well, that's what I think about that. Zach went to go grab his dinner, so that's okay. So how about, Jeff, if you have a commercial package ready, maybe you want to shoot to a commercial real quick to kill a little bit of time?
I didn't really have that ready, honestly. I figured we just go straight through. That's why I did the trailer at the start of the show today.
No problem.
All right, then.
By the way, Baller, I love the shirt. I actually saw Hulk wear the T-shirt of that last night. I almost bought it today on his beat shop, but it's like, wait till the next couple checks, because I've always liked the black color scheme with that layout, the red and yellow, tint or whatever, because it's a good mix of Hulk and Hollywood.
It is.
I like that one too. I might have to add that to the shirts that I'm looking at getting in a few paydays.
You can get it for a couple bucks cheaper on Extreme Wrestling shirts, but I'm not sure of the quality compared to buying it from the Hulk, So there is that.
Yeah. I had bought this on the WWE shop not last year, 2 years ago, something like that.
Oh,
I know
really?
they
That recently for that?
Yeah, I know they came out with new ones. They have I know they came out with one for The Rock. They got one for Stone Cold, DX, and I believe Cody that they have.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
And
I was looking at the DX shirts during Raw last night. It's like, okay, I got to get me one of them.
and the opening botch of the show with Hogan's microphone cutting
Oh
out.
my God.
Dory, you've got a technical theatrical background. Don't you know to check the microphones before you go on air?
Yeah, we always check the microphones before you go on. However, once you go on, there's still 100 different things that could happen to botch it. And honestly, it could have simply been somebody hit a button.
Yeah.
Zach, what you have in mind?
So, back to the Sami Zayn thing.
Go ahead.
You know, there is a way you can still do technically all 3 matches if Rock is still available.
Go ahead.
So you can have Sami win the Rumble, but not exactly get that WrestleMania match. Because in Sami's head, yeah, WrestleMania is okay. WrestleMania is a thing. But Sami Zayn's WrestleMania could be the Elimination Chamber because it's in Montreal, in his hometown.
Okay.
And you can have him face Roman there. Either you do it for one title, both titles, you win, you make him win, you make him lose, whatever. But then you could still do Roman and Rock and Roman and Cody.
So then what do you do with the chamber?
I'd like to see Roman and Cody, by the way.
I do too. But what do you do with the chamber after all this? How's the chamber match going to get changed then?
You don't do it. I mean, what, you do it for a different title?
Ooh.
Do you do it for the IC?
I think that's what they were talking about. I heard there's
I think they actually
rumors out there.
But what's the match? Okay, in that point, what's the match you want for Gunther?
Anybody right now, get the belt off of him for one.
Well, I mean, they started that thing at 30 with him with Seth freaking Rollins and the Street Profits against Imperium.
Right.
Maybe that continues.
Ideally, this is a far shot out of the dark into the moon, whatever, however you want to call it. But you have the Elimination Chamber, and you set up your match at WrestleMania between Gunther and Carmelo Hayes.
Here's an idea. So
go ahead.
I like Zach's idea. Sami wins the Rumble, cashes in at Elimination Chamber. So then at Elimination Chamber, you have one-on-one match between Roman and Sami. But for the Elimination Chamber, you have it for the number 1 contendership for the championship at WrestleMania, and you have Cody win the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber.
Okay. Who does he go up against?
Roman Reigns, because obviously Roman's going to
in the chamber itself, not.
In the chamber.
Yeah. Who do you put in the chamber then?
Cody, Seth. I'm trying to think of KO.
Yeah.
Lashley.
Because he got cheated last year.
And maybe Brock.
Somebody.
Solo could do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Brock is too well. Brock and Lashley could meet in the Rumble or in the chamber. But wouldn't that cheapen it if Brock lost?
Not really.
You don't put a beast in the chamber and have him lose.
Well, he won last year's, and so I mean, he doesn't need to win every single chamber.
Right.
He could, if anything, it could be between him and Cody, be the last two in the ring, and Cody beats Lesnar. I don't know. We're all fantasy booking right here.
It's fine, but I don't see. In what universe do you see Cody beating Brock?
The WWE universe.
Right? I mean, because ideally at WrestleMania, it looks like it's going to be Brock and Lashley. You're going to have Theory and Cena.
Yeah.
I
would have Rollins versus Gunther for the IC title, if anything.
I like that. I mean, and then I guess what, you're going to have, say The Rock's not there, then what do? Do you have Roman defend on both nights still?
Oh, there's been that story circulating about Stone Cold and Roman Reigns potentially, but
God, no, please, no.
Oh, come on.
No.
As much as we would love to have Stone Cold, I don't know if he could go. It'd be one spear and he's done.
That's like Undertaker. What was that Monday? Was that a passing of the torch, or did Taker say, "I'll see you at Mania"?
Right.
I know, right?
Right. Oh my God, I'd like to think it's a passing of the torch, but it was a great segment. I thought it was a great segment.
Because the way Bray kind of looked, he was like,
yeah. Because what is Bray gonna do at Mania?
Who knows? We don't know yet.
No.
I mean, he'll definitely win against LA Knight. That's for certain.
of course.
They're not going to have him come back for his first match back to have him lose against LA Knight. And then we won't see LA Knight for a while. So we could revisit he could call out the dead man again when do the whole Battle of the Dark thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, who do you want to see in the Rumble Saturday? That's not, women and men. Who do you want to see crazy, like off the wall?
I almost didn't want Taker to retire, but he I mean, so you can throw the names out there: Taker, Edge, put in Braun Breaker, put him in there. He is the NXT champion, so give him a shot. They won't play the Forbidden Door games, so there's nobody from AEW that's going to magically show up. I think it's just going to be a bunch of joke names, honestly, unless you get a whole slew of AEW guys. I mean, I know Karrion's going to be in there. This is going to be his first Rumble. I'm expecting him to at least get in the top 10 at the end of the match. That'd be great for him. We left out Scarlett. If Karrion is going to be in the men's Rumble, then Scarlett can be in the women's Rumble. We'll throw her in there for a hot minute. I don't think there's anybody else left. I really don't, unless Triple H and Vince have a secret meeting and they're like, "Hey, Pop, we got to bring back a bunch of people because we ain't got nobody." That's what
I did enjoy that stare down between Gunther and Triple H, though.
Triple H's like, nope, I'm retired.
Yeah, I really wish Triple H could go, but he's got the pacemaker in his heart and all that. And
yeah,
one more match from Triple H. Let's bring back Flair. He wants to go. Let's put an old man in the ring.
No,
oh my God,
him.
He would die.
They
He
kill
needs a
him.
walker. Just okay. If you're gonna do that, make sure you have a walker or a wheelchair sitting at ringside.
He can still walk.
I
We
have a
know
full
this.
paramedic team sitting ringside.
I really don't know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
who do you want to see?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I know Aaron brings it up all the time. Ken Shamrock would be pretty cool.
Yes.
I think X-Pac can still go. I would like to see X-Pac back in a Rumble.
Road Dogg's
Obviously,
not
I think we're gonna get Edge back at the Rumble.
Probably Beth too.
I'd
I'm
like
trying
to see
think.
that.
I'm trying to think of females. I'm sure we'll get Trish and Lita.
probably.
Maybe.
Maybe Mickey James again.
Maybe Mickey James. I don't know. You know, it's this will be the first like Triple H ran Royal Rumble, so we'll see how it goes.
True.
Because last year's Rumble was complete garbage.
We'll see you all on Saturday. That's what I think anyway. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the Stat Boys.
One last thing,
Hold on,
Mike.
one more thing.
One
Go
last
ahead.
thing.
One more.
You know how you WWE can break the internet? Of course the women's Rumble is going to go on before the men's. We all know that.
Yeah.
Who's that one person you can throw in the women's Rumble to break the internet off of speculation for the entire rest of the show?
Nia Jax.
He's probably talking Sasha and Naomi.
No.
We've said that all. Who's left?
Ooh.
Dora, do you kind of get what I'm hitting at?
Yeah,
No.
I do. I'm just blanking on names, but I know when we opened Mike Night this past week, one of the women I brought up was Trish Stratus. Sorry, I can't talk.
Okay.
You know how you break the internet, Mike?
How do you break the internet?
You put AJ Lee in the Rumble. That's how you break the internet. Because the speculation for the remainder of the night will be, where the hell is CM Punk?
At home, rehabbing his torn pec.
There you
We
go.
will
There you
see
go.
on Saturday. It could
I'll try to
happen.
watch as much as I can because I'm working on Saturday.
Me too.
So, Pop said Shane.
I would pop for that.
Yeah, I'd go
Shane.
for that. So we'll see what happens. Well,
They'll
y'all
probably
see what
boo
happens.
Shane
That's
out of
what
the-
we have.
They'll probably boo Shane out of the arena anyway. Welcome, King Mike X. Thank you for the quick comment there. We'll see what happens on Saturday. Meat and potatoes of the Stat Boy Sports Bar, and that's NFL football. We have the divisional playoffs. 8 teams become 4. 4 teams trying to get their way to Super Bowl 57, I believe. Yes, 57, Super Bowl 57. So we'll start with the Jaguars and the Chiefs. Dory, go ahead and give them the stats.
All right. So as you can see, the Jaguars lost. Yay. 27-20. Go Chiefs. Lawrence went 24 for 39, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, reception, sacked twice. Mahomes went 22 for 30, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions or sacks, but they also had, and I'm going to say it wrong, Chad Henne, sorry for my pronunciations, was in there for a little bit. He went 5 for 7 for 23 yards with a touchdown.
Mahomes is suffering from a high ankle sprain. X-rays came back negative. However, during this, when he had the injury, he was begging and pleading to Coach Andy Reid. Andy Reid wanted to take him out. Patrick Mahomes said, no, that's not going to happen. He says he's okay to go and have won straight AFC title. Next, go to the Eagles and the Giants.
Eagles and the Giants. Well, the Giants, I don't think they ever actually showed up because, wow, what a game, 38-7. Daniel Jones went 15 for 27, 135 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. They sacked him 5 times. I think I'd be making some changes if my quarterback got sacked 5 times. I'd be trying to do something with the team after he got sacked twice, but I'm not a coach, so there's that. Jalen Hurts went 16 for 24, 154 yards. Sorry, I can't read my writing. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he only got sacked 1 time.
Apparently, the chains broke in the first quarter, which led to a small delay.
Yes, I was watching the game for a little bit.
Snapped. And, of course, Mike Trout, speaking of the Angels, he was a big Philadelphia Eagles guy. Let's head over to Bengals and Bills.
The Bengals and the Bills. I think this one kind of surprised some people, others not. The Bengals won that one 27-10. Burrows went 23 for 36, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and sacked once. Josh Allen was 25 for 42, 265 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. He got sacked 1 time. And I guess one of his receivers had some words for him after the game.
Oh, that's
Yes,
hard.
Stephon Diggs yelled at him.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I was more happy watching all the snow come down in Buffalo. It looks like so much fun to play in snow. I'm a big because I never got snow as a kid, and when it snows here in Tennessee, I'm 40
He's a kid
years
in a candy
younger.
store.
Oh
He
yeah,
is such
absolutely.
a kid at a candy store.
I love it out here. So to see all that happening took place. Damar Hamlin did show up at the arena to show love to his family. However, in the suite they had snow blockers to protect them from the cold, and with the snow, you couldn't really tell it was him, but he did put up the heart for his team and all that. And of course, after the Bengals decided to get like a last-minute interception in the end zone, or as the game was over, he decided to make snow angels in the end zone.
Kids and candy in the candy store.
Exactly.
All
and
right.
we have to say this. I don't want to say it, but it has to be said anyway. Go ahead, Dori.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I was rooting for the Cowboys too. They unfortunately did lose to the 49ers 19-12. Dak went 23 for 37, 206 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and sacked once. Purdy went 19 for 29, 214 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, and sacked twice.
The 49ers are going to their back-to-back NFC championship match. This is now the 7th straight loss for the Cowboys in the divisional round. They haven't made it to the NFC championship game since 1995. And there was even some madness, controversy, whatever you want to do it, as Brett Maher was warming up. Of course, when we remember he missed 4 of the extra point attempts. He got to the stadium, he started to practice, and Trent Williams of the 49ers kind of got in his face a little bit. We don't know what was said really, but this was on camera. You know, maybe it started out as a harmless, hey, we know what you're going to do in the game type thing, because I would assume that football players keep an eye on other players, but he was trying to warm up and it didn't happen. Jeff says it is what it is. Cowboys just didn't earn it. They played better than the 95 season, and they will get there. I do agree with that. And then, yes, of course, I initially was going to say that the feud between Stephen A. Smith and I is over, but because of a video I saw, he went on the Howard Stern show recently to promote his book, and he told a story of the one person that really got him to calm down, and that was Kobe Bryant. And I saw that video, and I'm like, it's over. It's done. What happens after the Cowboys lose? He goes on social media, and he's like, I told you so. I told you so. Stick it. Now I'm done.
No, you got to do it. Do it right. Do it DX style.
Take that, Stephen A. Smith.
It'll work for now. It'll work for now.
Take that. Absolutely. So we have 4 teams left: the Chiefs, the Bengals, the 49ers, and the Eagles. As we can see by Zach's name down there, we know who's he going for. He's going for Brock Purdy. The kid is on fire. The 49ers have won 12 straight games. They've got the momentum. We've got the Cinderella team in the Bengals. We've had the dominant team in the first half of the series, the Eagles.
My Super Bowl still intact.
What's that?
My Super Bowl still intact.
You did say that. I went back and I looked at episode 1, season 3 with all my predictions. And man, I want to erase that from the record books. That was the worst prediction ever. I will not be doing. Well, maybe I will do another prediction for season 4, but I better do a little more homework around.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I want the Chiefs to beat the Bengals.
Right.
I have more respect for the Chiefs and the Bengals. You know, Bengals are a rival in the AFC North with us. And God, I mean, yeah, if the 49ers make it to the Super Bowl, they have a chance to get 6 Super Bowl rings. But I want them to beat the holy living shit out of them freaking Eagles. I cannot. These Eagle fans are so freaking annoying right
Eagle,
now.
fly, Eagle,
Yeah,
fly.
all last night, all you heard in Philly was EAGLES. I wish it would have said "Die Eagles Die." I cannot stand the Eagles fans. My wife told me the last time they won the Super Bowl, when they won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, they turned Philadelphia upside down. Instead of partying and stuff like that, even one of my coworkers said they were tearing down street signs and all this shit.
It looked like Los Angeles after any
of
them.
So screw all the Eagles fans out there. I got 2 words for y'all. Y'all can suck it. There you go. I'm done.
Could you imagine if the Eagles win the championship and the Flyers are playing across the street?
Oh my God.
The biggest thing to happen in hockey.
And
I know there's another fan in the sports bar that is so thrilled that the Cowboys lost. Pop, I love you. Okay, there, I said it.
Well, and don't forget, we've got another hater on the Eagles right now because they're screwing with his birthday next year.
Note how the hockey in LA aren't the only ones that don't riot when their team wins. Just saying. Good point.
Right.
Whose birthday are we talking about?
Our lovely producers.
Oh. You're fired.
Okay, I'm fired. Bye.
I've been saying since the Eagles. By the way, my voice is back. Thank God for that. So I've been saying since the damn Eagles announced they were co-producing WrestleMania in Philly next year that those sons of bitches took every person I have on the East Coast that was remotely considering flying out here to SoFi for this year. Oh, well, Philly's closer. So the Eagles can suck it and die. Eagles die. The Eagles can die.
That's what I was saying.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. So
the Eagles can just suck it from behind, as our buddy Christian says. Or suck it from the back. Excuse me. There we have him. I hate them. I hate them so much. And I'm only glad on Thanksgiving when the Cowboys don't play the Eagles, because then if my dad's sister and her kid are over, I don't have to listen to the bullshit all fucking night during the dinner. Oh my God. They're making me, do you know how much I hate the Eagles? They're making me root for the 49ers. That's how much I hate the Eagles.
Right.
Yep.
Piss on that thing too. Golly.
How far away are you from Levi Stadium? Oh wait, they're not in Levi Stadium. They're in Philly. I forgot. How far away are you from Levi Stadium, though?
Me?
Yeah.
It's in San Francisco, dude. You know where I live. You've been to my house.
I thought you once said you could easily get to Levi's as you could to SoFi.
Mikey's okay. Dori, check Mikey's room for drugs.
I sure will.
Never took place.
Gotcha.
Levi Stadium is in Santa Clara, California. It's the reason San Francisco 49ers, it's their home stadium. Now, ease of transit is a relative term. I can very easily hop on let's see, because Dylan and Jade and I did use the tremendous BART system up there in the Bay Area. So, I mean, we can fly into Frisco or take a train into Frisco and use the BART to get around the area. We've done it before. But I can get to SoFi Stadium in 45 minutes on a good traffic day. So, no, nowhere near as easy. Look, again, I will never begrudge any fandom their championship. That's cool that they have a passion for their team, for their city, for their colors, whatever you want to call it. But as an NFC East person, die Eagles, die. Like seriously.
And there you have it.
What happened?
And there you have it.
Yeah, it's really that simple. I just don't want them to win. I don't like them. I don't like when they, what? I liken it to Boston, the Red Sox. They got their trophy. Cool. Now go the frick away. Just go away. Cowboys haven't won in most of my friend circle's lifetime, as far as not on this show, because we all getting up there in years on this show. So, and actually most of the Casa channels shows at this point, but people like Josh, who, I think were born, I think in a post 9/11 world. So, he never seen the Cowboys win the championship. My son's never seen the Cowboys win the championship. He's seen enough Patriots titles though. Damn fucking cheating ass bastards from New England. Yeah, it wasn't their year. And it keeps not being their year, but they keep getting better. And as Walt always told us, Mikey, this, keep moving forward. We regroup, we get into summer ball, and we do our thing next year.
There it is indeed. Let's take a look at what's happening in the Pick'em contest. We had the matchups for all that. And remember, the graphic up, please. Do we have the graphic? Oh, it almost popped up. There it is. Zach went 4 for 4. Good job. 16
nice job,
good points. Tammy, Dori Lou. Oh, and quick birthday shout out to Tammy. Well,
happy birthday to you.
Tammy, Dori Lou, Pop, JP, and Daniel each got 3. They get 12 points out of their total. Nathan, Mike, Brandon, and JJ each got 2. Emmanuel didn't make any picks, so he got the boot for the matchups anyway in the previous round. So let's take a look at the next graphic. Do we have the next graphic, or was that the only one? There we go. Zach defeated Daniel 4-3, and so Zach will move on. Tammy defeated Mike 3-2. Nathan and JP went to a tiebreaker. Nathan's guess was closer. Renegade beat Brandon. They each got 2 right. JJ's guess of the total amount of points was closer. So we have the final 4: Zach, Tammy, Nathan, and JJ. We have Zach versus Nathan and JJ versus Tammy. It'll be a scenario. The winners that will be going into the championship games, and the points, it's going to be the simplest terms here. Pick the winners. If there's a tie, the total number of points. Dori Lou faces all those 2 winners, the last 2 in a triple threat match. I'll just it's probably going to be, again, pick the winner, and I think there's like 3 tiebreaker questions if needed, and that will make the winner of the tournament, of the playoffs. Overall, Dori Lou still has the lead at 191 points. JP's at 184. Zach's at 180. Daniel's at 180. Tammy's at 179. Renegade's at 178. Mike L is at 177. Brandon's at 171. Pop is at 166. Nathan is 164. And Emmanuel's now at the bottom at 158. The conference championship games are worth 6 points each. So depending on that, you could lock it up and get the overall title for 2 years straight. It all depends on the picks for that. And then next week we go into the finals and all that good stuff. Wowie zowie.
Now, I do remember last year I totally bombed at brackets, and I think Zach took that one from me.
He did.
But my numbers are still good, so it's all good.
Your numbers are very, very good indeed.
Yeah, I got you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, let's get. Are we doing shout out or?
Oh, I have our Pro Bowlers. Do you want a quick list?
Oh yes, the Pro Bowlers. Who's going to the Pro Bowlers? Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, well, I'll make it as quick as I can.
Okay.
So Buffalo's got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Mitch Morse, and Jordan Poyer. Miami's got Tyreek Hill, Teron Armstead, and Xavier Howard.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots have Matthew Judon.
Okay.
The Jets have Sauce Gardner, Justin Hardy, C.J. Mosley, and Quinnen Williams. For Baltimore, Justin Tucker, Patrick Ricard, Mark Andrews, Marlon Humphrey, Devin DuVernay, and Roquan Smith.
Oh, good one.
The Bengals have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Trey Hendrickson. The Browns have people in the Pro Bowl. Joel Bitonio, Nick Chubb, and Myles Garrett. The Steelers have TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick. We're going to go down to Houston for Laramie Tunsil. Then back up to Indianapolis for Quentin Nelson. Jacksonville Jags. Zero zip zilch nada. No Pro Bowlers.
Not
for them
even
this year.
Lawrence?
No.
Damn.
They've had 10 players make the Pro Bowl over the last 10 seasons. 8 have been defensive players. Tennessee Titans has Derrick Henry and Jeffrey Simmons.
Okay.
The Broncos have Pat Surtain II. He's the first Broncos cornerback to be selected to the Pro Bowl since Chris Harris Jr. in 2018.
Bravo.
And the first cornerback to be selected to the Pro Bowl in his second year in the league. All right, so the Chiefs have Orlando Brown Jr., Creed Jones, Travis Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Thuney, and Tommy Townsend.
I find it very odd that I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. Players that are scheduled to possibly play in the Super Bowl are going to play in the Pro Bowl?
Pro Bowl is Go ahead.
No, the Pro Bowl is before the Super Bowl, but if any 4 of those quarterbacks make it in to the Pro Bowl or to the Super Bowl, they'll switch it out with somebody else in the Pro Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah. So I can tell you for the NFC, they've got Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, and Jalen Hurts. So, I mean, if Philly goes all the way, then we've got Geno and Kirk.
And they'll probably pick somebody else.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. The Raiders, Devontae Adams, Max Crosby, and Josh Jacobs. The Chargers have Derwin James Jr., Khalil Mack. The Cowboys that go almost never send. Yeah, that's true. They don't want to risk injury. Very true. Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, and Kevontae Turpin.
Well, Pollard had left the Cowboys game, so he's probably not going to play.
Yes, he was a backup, and actually I have a note for that already, and I'm not down to that team yet, but Dalvin going in as the replacement for Tony Pollard.
Yeah, so he snapped his leg.
Go Vikings. Good. Yeah. For the Giants, we've got Saquon Barkley and Dexter Lawrence. For those Eagles that we really don't want to see.
Skip them.
Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Landon Dickerson, Hassan Reddick, Jason Kelsey, Darius Slay, and Lane Johnson and AJ Brown.
Oh,
again, if I'm butchering names, I'm sorry.
They stubbed CJ. That's some bullshit.
The Washington Commanders, Jonathan Allen, Tress Wade, Jeremy Reeves, and Terry McLaurin. He's the first Washington receiver to be named to the Pro Bowl since Santana Moss in 2005, and only the third overall since 1991.
Wow.
Nice
name. So Chicago Bears, zero zip nada. Nobody from the Bears.
Even though if they don't, if the Eagles make the Super Bowl and freaking Jalen Hurts has to be taken out of the Pro Bowl, I would not mind seeing Jalen Hurts. Not Jalen. I just said that. Dumbass. Botch? Come on.
Botch.
Justin Fields.
You know what? I could get behind that. I could get behind that. For Detroit, Frank Ragnow, the one and only.
No golf?
No golf.
No.
Damn.
For the Packers, Jair Alexander.
That's it?
There's only one from the Packers. I'm so happy.
No,
Okay, and now my team. We've got Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Zadarius Smith, TJ Hawkinson, and Andrew DePaul. How do you say his name? DePaulo?
Yep.
Thielen
and
didn't get in?
What?
Thielen.
No, Thielen's not there. I know I'm a little disappointed, but that's okay. And as I said previously, Dalvin Cook is going in as a replacement for Tony Pollard. So that's that one. Oh, this is Justin Jefferson's third consecutive trip to the Pro Bowl, joining Randy Moss as the only receiver in franchise history to do so.
Okay.
Just a little bit of trivia for you. Atlanta Falcons has Chris Lindstrom. The Panthers have Brian Burns. The Saints have Demario Davis. The Bucks have Tristan Wirfs.
Oh my God, no Tom Brady in the Pro Bowl? Yes!
Oh my God, there's only one Buck in the Pro Bowl?
Sorry, Pops, love you.
The Cardinals have Budda Baker. The Rams have Aaron Donald. The 49ers, Trent Williams, Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and Talanoa Hufanga.
Bless you. Well done.
Hey, I'm trying here.
You're doing great.
This is Kittle's
Copy that.
fourth Pro Bowl selection, and it ties him with Brent Jones for the most by a tight end in franchise history. Seahawks, we've got Geno Smith, Tariq Woolen, Quandre Diggs, and Jason Myers. And I think that covers it.
Very well done. Good job, indeed.
Thank you.
Well done. Pat yourself
on
the
back. Of course, we know, depending on who ends up in the Super Bowl, some of those names are going to change.
Right. All right, let's wind things down and let's go ahead and do our Stat Boy shout out and positivity of the week. First off, I'd like to say that the Bustin' Butts Barbecue here in Sevierville, Tennessee, boy, they are amazing. If you have not had smoked meats, barbecue is barbecue, I get it, okay? But these barbecue guys, the ribs fall right off the bone as soon as you pick them up. That's how good these ribs are, okay?
The pulled pork is so savory and moist. It's awesome.
They even smoke their macaroni and cheese. I don't know how you smoke macaroni and cheese, but they found out a way to do it. And their brisket is to die for. Their barbecue sauce is amazing. If the Casa family will ever come out here, you're going to have lunch here on me, promised, guaranteed. These guys are amazing. You drive past there, and it's kind of like a mom and pop shop, but they are outdoors. You can dine al fresco in Tennessee, and you will smell the smoke from at least a quarter mile away. It's that good. They also do homemade pickles and peppers, and they have a little fruit market there. It is delicious.
It sounds very akin to Charlie Brown's farms out here.
There you go.
Sounds like it anyway.
But when you guys come out here, you will love it. Also, I want to shout out to yes, we're coming up in May 2023. We have Heroes and Legends 19 at the Evergreen Smoky Mountain Lodge and Convention Center. You can find all their information there on heroesandlegendswrestling.com. This is, of course, when you pay attention to our opening intro, you'll see Sam Knight, and this is where all the legends come to visit Tennessee. They're going to be here
May 13th, and we will be there at noon for the Fan Fest, and continuing at we'll be there for bell time at 7, and we'll be there for the entire show. If you're in the area, come out and say hi.
Absolutely. So far, the biggest legend is Greg the Hammer Valentine, but of course, as in our intro, we met Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and Demolition was there, and Jimmy Hart was there. It's still 5 months away. Cards need to change, and they're going to have their King of the Mountain Battle Royal, I believe is what they're calling it. So come on out to Tennessee in May of 2023.
Come see our friend Sam Knight defend his tag team title.
Yes. One final thing before we get to the positivity. This may look like an ordinary envelope, but there is a way that these envelopes can help you save money. On TikTok and Instagram and all social media, it's called the Cash Envelope Challenge. It's a
great way to help
you.
Taylor, and this is your idea we got this one from you.
But what you do is you take a bunch of envelopes and you number them. Now, this is the official way to do it. You can do it any way you want. You number them from like 1 to 50 or 1 to 100 or 1 to however much you want to do. when you get paid with your paychecks or with your job or however you get money, you take your envelopes and you mix them up. Then whatever number you have written on your envelope, yes, we are repping busting butts. Thank you, Tay. With the number on the envelope, you get some cash. You put the cash in the envelope, and you seal the envelope up. And then you put the envelope away. You hide it somewhere. You mark down the date and all that. Then when all of your envelopes are filled, you open them all up, and you could have as much anywhere between $2,000 and $5,000
Depending on how much
based on how many envelopes you start with.
And how much you're putting away.
Exactly. If you start small, like if you do 10 envelopes, by the end of the challenge, you'll have about maybe $55 to
$10, depending on how much you're putting in each envelope.
Exactly. So we're going to try this challenge. We're going to get some envelopes, and every time we get paid, we're going to put some money in the envelope. And then when we fill up all the envelopes, we're going to have some money. So we're going to try this. I suggest everybody try this. Just put what you can or play the game properly and put a little money in your pocket.
A little bit of savings. Yep. A little bit of savings. And we were figuring out that maybe we can take a little vacation or maybe go take care of the business we need to in Southern California and say hi to the family while we're there.
Exactly. All right. Dori Lou's Weekly Delight. Positivity. Go ahead, Dori.
Well, let's see. There we go. It is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. Royal Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Just a reminder, it's baby steps. Baby steps is what's making the difference. You got to start somewhere. And with that, keep a smile on your face, everyone, and make them wonder what you're thinking.
Exactly, indeed. And this also coincides with the envelope challenge. Start small. You don't have to put all your money in at the same time. Put what you can afford. You don't have to take all your paycheck and put it in one. Start with $1. And the next paycheck, go $2. Then go $3. And keep going up. And like Walt Disney says, keep moving forward. Exactly. All right, let's get some plugs in, and we're going to wrap up the sports bar. Jeff, what do you got? Talk Wrestling is coming up at 7:05.
I can do my own plugs. I got my voice. I'm good.
Go ahead.
Thank you. All right. So Talk Wrestling is coming up, of course, after NXT tonight, 7:05 Pacific, 10:05 Eastern, give or take a minute or 3. It is what it is. This is what you're going to see on TV the rest of the week, including NXT, AEW, which has a reinstated on television Mark Briscoe against Jay Lethal's greatest opponent in Ring of Honor, Mark Briscoe against Jay Lethal. I'm so glad this is on television on Wednesday night. So cool. The rest of the AEW Dynamite cards there. SmackDown's going to have 2 featured matches. We'll be covering all of it, I'm sure, throughout the course of the week. But again, tonight, Talk Wrestling is how we're going to cover NXT. We're going to talk about that and talk about the latest in the business. Tomorrow on the Greg Cherry Show, which is now, I have to make the announcement, minus Jeff Meacham this week, because Jeff finally got himself an appointment with an eye doctor that specializes in eye injuries related to TBI, traumatic brain injury. So I've been trying to get this guy for months, so I am sorry, but Greg will be there with probably Matty Laws and a plethora of special guests because they're doing the Royal Rumble 2023 numbers draw that day, so tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. The Renegade is back. Today, he had Rock of Ages go up in the usual Monday show, but today it went up instead. Little Shop of Horrors tomorrow. Moulin Rouge Friday. New release Saturday is Guillermo del Toro's attempt to redeem himself in the Renegade's eyes after botching the Wolfman. So there is that on Saturday. Greg is bringing back Jack of All Trades Thursday. Sat Yanagi defends against our buddy Daisy Ruth, who is back in Florida after her and her fiance went to Pittsburgh and did all the Pittsburgh things this last weekend, and 2 other challengers as well, taking on our buddy Sat for the Jack of All Trades Championship. On Friday, the show will be recording tomorrow, JJ and I. Dad's Not Always on Wrestling, the top 10 biggest Rumble surprise entries. That is a botched graphic because I misunderstood the directive from JJ. That's my bad. Of course, you can catch NoDQ.com's content all week. The NoDQ review on Sundays. Aaron's recap of Raw last night. Dynamite tomorrow. SmackDown on Friday. And it all leads to the Royal Rumble, of course, on Saturday. We'll be live on the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific with our coverage of the official start of the road to WrestleMania, and we will follow that up as we do every Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 Pacific with the Open Mic Night Spectacular. You can follow, let me get up the graphics here. You can follow our buddy Big Baller G on the socials, on the TikTok, on the Twitter, and on the Instagram. There are the links for our buddy Big Baller G. He's not here, but I'll give Josh a little love tonight. There he is on the socials at CatholicJosh122 on Twitter, Madlow Graham on the gram, hence the word Graham in the title, because Josh likes to keep it simple, stupid. There you go. DJ Zach, here's your social. Zach Nelson on Facebook, Fluffy Madden God, which is the best goddamn
Fluffy Madden God?
Nice.
Twitter. Graham, Bayside High. That may be the greatest screen name in Twitter history this side of _ Jeff Meacham, because I underscored the fact that I'm the better Jeff Meacham. Damn actor. Anyway, follow the bar keeps. You know where they be. At LBStack987, at Hathaway Lou. That's it, Mikey.
That's how we're going to end the show?
Oh, no. Get ready for mine.
Now put that thing away.
Would you rather have this up there right now?
No, I'm actually rooting for the 49ers at this point. God help me. I'm rooting for.
I'll tell you what, Mikey, executive decision. Once Zach's saying what he says, because we got to wrap this up. We're already in the 5 o'clock hour, but once Zach says what he says, I'll put you on solo. Put that helmet in the shot as you do your shot, as your step boy out.
Fair enough.
So there's no Josh, so there's no thing about Belichick, but I will do one for you, Stat Boy. Nobody believes this, but fuck Stephen A. Smith.
Woohoo! All right.
Woo-hoo!
There we go. All right. There was a producer's directive not to mention that asshole today, but nobody listened to Jeff, so it's okay. It's all good.
I didn't.
But you did. That's okay.
I'm done with him for now.
But you did. That's okay. It's all good. All right. Anyway. Take us on, brother.
I think, well,
that would not be the right one. Just kidding. Botch. There we go. There it is.
Thank you to my crew. Thank you to my family. I love you all. Here's going to be the winner of the Super Bowl. This is my newest pick. I'm the Jerry Lawler of football because I changed my pick more than I changed my socks. See you on Saturday. Are you ready to rumble? I love you all. Stat Boy out.